Hello, anybody watching? My name is Dylan, and I like to build houses in The Sims 4. Today I am continuing with my Wisteria Lane houses, and this one is 4349 Wisteria Lane. So this is Gabrielle Solis' house, along with her husband, Carlos, and eventually their two daughters, Cecilia and Juanita. They all live in this massive Victorian house. Um, I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember what Carlos does in order to afford this place, but I know that Gabrielle, or Gabby as she's known in the show, she doesn't have a job for most of the show. So I don't remember what it is that Carlos does. He does do something. He's in business. He does something. But then he gets arrested in season 2, and then they have no income in season 5, and I don't know. I don't want to give all the spoilers away, but I mean, the show has been over for like 10 years now. So if you haven't seen it, then that's on you. But this house here has 6 bedrooms and 5 full bathrooms. I don't really know if the actual house in the show is suggested to have that many. I think it's actually supposed to only have like 4 bedrooms and maybe 2.5 bathrooms or maybe 3 bathrooms. But I decided to go the extra mile a little bit and add a little bit more to it. So I added a 3rd floor. I've built this house multiple times over the years in Sims 3 and Sims 4, and this is the first time that I've built this house with a usable 3rd floor. I'm trying to do something different with each of these houses because, like I said, I have built all of these before multiple times, but I am just trying to spice it up a little bit, do something different in each house. So with this one, I decided to add a full 3rd floor. It's Victorian, like I said, so it's got this Victorian roof, and the 3rd floor. Every time that I've built this house, it's been about the same. Like that, there's been that 3rd floor, but I never made it usable. Like you could never take a flight of stairs and go into it. But with this one, I decided to do so, and then I decided to put some bedrooms up there. So there's 4 bedrooms on the 2nd floor, including a master bedroom with a huge master bathroom. And then on the 3rd floor, there's 2 more bedrooms, and then another bathroom as well, another full bathroom, which is really nice. It's huge. This house is definitely too big for the amount of people who end up living here. 2 adults and 2 children. But that's pretty much that's Gabby and Carlos. They're very big on having too much stuff. This house is it's like a perfect American McMansion. Too much space. You don't actually need all the space you have, but if you've got the money to have a house this big, then of course you're gonna have a house this big. Um, I don't know, but it works and it looks really good. And in fact, I think this is probably, in my opinion, the best looking house so far out of the Wisteria Lane houses that I've done. I mean, I like all of them; they're all my favorites, but this one I think turns out especially well. Um, and I really do like building this house. It's probably my favorite one to build, mostly because I'm actually pretty familiar with Victorian houses and building them in Sims 4. I mean, this one's a pretty tacky Victorian, but I am pretty good at doing a Victorian house, doing a Victorian floor plan, and especially doing a Victorian roof. I actually find it's super easy for me to do a Victorian style roof. So I was looking forward to getting to do this house again. Although this is kind of like a cursed upload for me because I have built this house since I started my YouTube channel in February. I have built this house I think 4 times, and finally I'm at the point where I can actually have the footage and do the voiceover for it, because the first time that I did it, the footage got corrupted, and I'm not sure why. That actually happened to a lot of my really early. I kept trying to make videos, and it kept getting corrupted, and I still don't really know why. But anyway, yeah. So it got corrupted the first time. The second time, I had built this house, and I didn't like the way it turned out. I didn't like the interior stuff that I had made. I didn't like the exterior. I didn't really like the yard. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just try it again. The third time I did it, um, so I built the whole house and had done the yard, um, and the footage, it didn't get corrupted, but it didn't save for some reason. I had over 2 hours of footage. I went to end the recording, and as I ended the recording, my whole computer froze. Turns out I had an update scheduled for, coincidentally enough, the exact time that I hit end record. So I lost 2 hours of footage, and I was so upset. Like, oh my gosh, I was so upset. And so then I had to redo it again. Now this is the fourth time in a couple of weeks that I've had to redo it again. I mean, it all worked out though, because I really do like this house a lot, and I like how it turned out, and I like the yard and the interior and exterior. So I guess in a way I'm glad it happened that way, but it also, I've probably put in, I don't even know, probably 12, 13, maybe 14 hours for this house at some point. Not maybe this specific house, but like just making the footage for this video, I've probably put in way more hours than I originally expected to do so. But I'm glad it's here, and I'm glad it's done. And I really, really like it, and I hope you guys do too. You can certainly find it on my gallery if you're interested. It's same username as here on YouTube, Carl Dillinson. You can find it along with my other Wisteria Lane houses as well. This is the fourth one that I've done. So I have a couple more coming up. I've got Bree's house next that I'm going to be working on, and it's going to be in the New Crest neighborhood as well. So it's going to be the house that's right next to this one, actually. And then after that, I've got 5. And then I am planning on doing at least 4 more. So Mary Alice's house, Renee Perry's, or Edie's house, whoever you decide. And then a couple more. I think I'm forgetting some, but so I'm planning on having 9 or 10 houses done. Hopefully by the end of the year. Hopefully by the end of quarantine, I'll have all these houses done. And I'm excited for that. And I put all these houses in New Crest, so there's going to be 2 different little neighborhood sects that you can put these houses in. And like I said, I just got 1 more, and then this little chunk of 5 is done, and then I'm going to start on the next as well. Here in this video, I haven't really talked much about the house, but here I don't have all of the footage of me doing all of the interior, but I do have the bathrooms, and then I have a little bit of the kitchen as well, and then I have a lot of screenshots that you'll see in a second. And I really like how some of these screenshots turned out. Usually when I build houses, I only use maybe one pack or maybe 2. This one I used quite a bit of Get Together, Get Famous, and City Living. Those 3 are really perfect for this house, especially for Carlos and Gabby in Desperate Housewives. They used to live in a big city. It doesn't really say where, but they used to live in a big city before they moved to Wisteria Lane. And, they had a lot of kind of tacky furniture because they're new money people. So the stuff that came with Get Famous and the stuff that came with City Living was really perfect for this house. So I'm glad I finally was able to use Get Famous, because I don't usually use that pack that much unless I'm building something that's more specific for it. Although I have rebuilt the Alto family house from Sims 3, and the stuff that comes with Get Famous is perfect for that. So maybe maybe eventually I'll rebuild that house. If anyone is interested in seeing it, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how many people even watch to this point anyway. But if you're watching and you want to see any other house from me, be it Desperate Housewives or houses from Sims 3 or Sims 2, or I don't know, like a real life house that you've seen, feel free to send it to me. I love to build in Sims, especially now that we're all still in quarantine. I don't really have much else going on for me right now, so I will gladly see what I can do and see what I can build. And if you have a floor plan of it, that's even great too. Although if you're building a house and it has a real floor plan, it can sometimes be hard to use that, because not everything translates well in Sims 4 to a real life floor plan. But I think you can actually find a floor plan of this house as well. There seems to be one that there's like a drawing of like all of the houses for Desperate Housewives and a lot of other TV shows as well, that I've used as well. But you can kind of see here, I'm getting to the end of the video. I do more landscaping than is shown here. So there is the house. I used a lot of the hidden objects as well, and I used that for plants on the exterior. So here is the house itself with the 5 bathrooms and 6 bedrooms. I really like it. There is the dining room. Their dining room is actually in their living room, which I think is kind of interesting. There's the living room. I love that shot. I love the reds. I don't know if it's completely and 100% accurate to the TV show. When I build these types of houses, I like to do things a little bit differently and just kind of change things up a little bit. And I hope that's okay. There's the master bedroom, which I love a lot. But in order for me to stop talking your ear off, I think I am gonna end my little voiceover here. So thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in some of my houses, feel free to go to my gallery at Carl Dillinson, and feel free to subscribe as well. I'd love it if you did. I still love you even if you don't. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.